Dave Rubin, the notorious conservative talker who wets his pants every time the name Sam Seder is mentioned around him, decided to do one of those jubilees, right? The 20-on-1 rapid fire. And he did so badly that clips are now going viral of him getting laughed at by the audience, specifically when he couldn't name a single thing in America that has gotten better under Donald Trump. And I just mentioned Sam Seder. So when Sam did his Jubilee, his clips went viral because of how masterfully he took down conservative arguments. He did it with humor. He did it with facts, just absolutely knocked it out of the park. And that whole thing went crazy online. Dave Rubin, who again is terrified of Sam, is going viral for the opposite reason. Dave Rubin was asked by Parker Sedgwick, who it says is a liberal social media personality. Parker Sedgwick asked him, quote, "What is one main metric that Donald Trump has made better off since he got into office? An example would be GDP, unemployment, inflation, etc." And Dave Rubin said, right now, first off, the big beautiful bill was just passed last year. It's kicking in now, right? It's kicking in now. So we're going to now see results of that, like even the tariffs. So let's do tariffs. Are you for or against tariffs? All right there off the top, typical conservative argument. You can't answer the question, so you ask a question of the questioner and make them have to answer your question instead of you answering their question. Conservative debate tactic number 1, avoid, deflect, redirect. So Sedgwick says, I'm against the universal tariffs, so what's the main metric that he made better off? And Rubin says, what? And at that moment, if you have seen that viral clip, the audience burst out in laughter. Because Dave Rubin was not expecting Sedgwick to both answer his question clearly and concisely, but then go back to the original line of questioning, what metric has Trump made better? And Rubin was dumbfounded. So Sedgwick says, what's the main metric that he made better off? Any idea? And Rubin says, listen, hold on. So you're arguing that things economically were better under Joe Biden. Can you give me an example of how? Same thing again. You're avoiding answering the question. You're bringing up a past Democrat, in this case Biden, who is no longer relevant to anything anywhere. And then you're asking a new question of the questioner because you can't answer his original question that at this point he has now asked you 3 times to your face, Dave. But Sedgwick, he's not giving up. He says, yeah, GDP growth was better off. Real medium wage growth was better off. Inflation was better off at the end of his administration. Unemployment was better off at the end of his administration. We had the worst year of job growth this last year under Trump's administration. Inflation was 3.8% year over year since Trump got in office. We're seeing all those economic indicators become worse off. Can you tell me anything he's done to make it better off? I had never heard of Sedgwick before this, but I love him. He is great. He's got all his facts, all his statistics, and he's not letting Rubin off the hook. He has now asked him the question 4 times, and Rubin finally stutters off, have you looked at the stock market? And then Sedgwick said, the Dow Jones and S&P had less growth in 2025 than they did in 2024 under Biden. So to answer the question, Dave Rubin can't answer the question. Name one thing. That was the question. Name one thing, Dave, that Trump has made better. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing but deflection, nothing but misdirection, nothing but redirection, because that's how conservatives operate. They know that facts are not on their sides. And they know that facts don't care about their feelings, right, Ben Shapiro? But the truth is, you guys are dumb. Some of you are dumb for money, right? It's an act that you do because you get a large paycheck. In the case of Dave Rubin, this is not an act. This is a genuinely very stupid, uninformed, unintelligent human being. I mean, I would say he's almost a step up from a caveman, but I think that's actually insulting to, our ancestors. At least they were able to harness fire and hunt on their own and even make tools. I don't think Dave Rubin could even do any of that. So we're talking about a man who, if he were thrust into a gaggle of Neanderthals right now, would still be the dumbest one there. He would still know less about the world among a group of Neanderthals. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.